What's up guys, it's me Asia here, and today we're going to be reacting to the brand new Super Mario Bros. Movie teaser trailer. That's right, after all these years, Nintendo is finally bringing their mascot to the big screen. I'm actually kinda surprised Nintendo didn't make a Mario movie before Sega made 2 Sonic movies. But anyway, a Nintendo Direct dedicated entirely to the Mario movie just came out today while I was busy with school, so I decided to jump in the bandwagon and do what the rest of the internet's doing. So without further ado, let's react to the Super Mario Bros. Movie teaser trailer.
Hello everyone, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. As we previously mentioned, in today's Nintendo Direct, we'll reveal the first trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Animated movie for the very first time. This Nintendo Direct is also being broadcast simultaneously at New York Comic Con. Hello, New York Comic Con! It's been nearly 40 years since the original Mario Bros. Game was released in Japan. Today, lots of people around the world are playing Mario games. Thank you all so much. Finally, the world of Super Mario Bros. Will become an animated movie. We've been working on this movie together with Chris Meledandri from Illumination for a long time, from brainstorming and all the way through production. The time flew by as we were having fun figuring out how to depict the Super Mario characters and world. Now, I'd like to hear from Chris-san, my good friend and great partner for the movie. Let's bring him in. Chris-san.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. I am speaking on behalf of our directors, Michael Jelinek, Aaron Horvath, and the entire Illumination crew of artists when I tell you that producing the Super Mario Bros. Movie with you and your team at Nintendo has been an absolute privilege. Our crew is filled with Mario fanatics, and they're bringing the very best of their talent to this film every day. Next week, we complete animation. We're knee-deep into lighting and compositing. Composer Brian Tyler heads to the scoring stage in just 11 days. He's been working hand-in-hand with Koji Kondo to integrate classic themes from the game into the film score. Miyamoto-san, it's been over 7 years since we first started talking about making this movie together. And it is thrilling to finally be here to show the very first look at footage with Mario fans at Nintendo Direct and at New York Comic Con. Miyamoto-san, shall we go ahead and introduce some of our cast?
Okay, Chris-san. Now, I'll introduce 2 of the stars from this movie. Both of them love Nintendo games and made this into a really fun movie. Are you ready?
Growing up, man, I spent hours of my life stomping Koopas in the original Mario Brothers arcade game at my local laundromat. And then, of course, it came out on Nintendo, and I played that, maybe years of my life. It's an honor, truly, to be able to speak to the man who created those memories for me. And it's an honor to work alongside him. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to become Mario. That dream, like all dreams, faces one critical challenge. As in the film, I must face off against an utterly ruthless scene stealer. Every great hero needs a diabolical enemy, and I promise you I could not have been paired with the more perfect king of the Koopas, Bowser, than my friend, the great and hilarious, supremely talented Mr. Jack Black.
Thank you, Chris, but I can't let you have all the fun. Now it's time for us to make this moment all about me. While you've been dreaming about playing Mario, I've been preparing. Look at all this Koopa muscle I packed on. And this flowing mane doesn't just appear overnight. Do you have any idea how long it took me to learn how to breathe fire? I had to go learn it from Gene Simmons of Kiss. And all this hard work's been worth it, though. I am so proud to have been able to collaborate with you and Miyamoto-san, as well as the entire Nintendo and Illumination team on this cinematic experience, one that will make its mark on Mario fandom forever. Much love. Peace out.
Thank you, Chris-san, Jack-san. All right then. Thank you all for waiting. Let's press the start button.
Alright guys, this is it. The Super Mario Bros. Movie teaser trailer. Ooh, lava, I know what that means. It's Bowser time. That's the equivalent of death right there. Some sort of ice kingdom? Whoa. This isn't just an airship. Oh my gosh, it's like an entire island. Jeez.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
I love Kamek's voice. Perfect choice, whoever that voice actor is, not sure. Bowser himself. Oh my gosh.
Open the gates!
I like it. Jack Black sounds good. Penguins, oh my gosh. Makes sense. It's hilarious. Oh, they actually hit one.
That is but a taste of our fury. Do you yield?
I do not.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, jeez, I was not expecting that. Oh my gosh, Bowser.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
Power Star. Classic music. Mario! We finally see Mario. Aesthetically, this looks visually stunning. Wow, this looks so cool. Alright, let's find out how Mario sounds with Chris Pratt's voice.
What is this place?
Ah!
That mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Seriously, Toad?
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
I like it. But, Toad, did you really have to give me that jump scare? There's the cast. Luigi! Wow, that was so cool. Okay, a lot to get into. I'm gonna let the rest of this Nintendo Direct play for you guys, and then we gotta get straight to analyzing this trailer. This is amazing. This is so cool. My gosh.
I want to thank all of you for being part of this moment with us, and we're excited to share even more footage in the coming months.
I'm looking forward to it too. What do you think will happen during Mario's adventure in the Mushroom Kingdom? Production of the movie is going well. Currently, like with any Nintendo game, we're working on the finishing touches. I hope you're looking forward to the next trailer. It'll be a great experience watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie in movie theaters. You'll get to see the Mushroom Kingdom on the big screen. Look closely and you'll spot things in all sorts of places. This film can be enjoyed by people of all ages, so I hope you'll get to a movie theater and cheer for Mario. That's all for today. We'll see you next spring in movie theaters. Thank you.
Okay, let's analyze this Direct. So, like I said before, this thing is... It looks really good. The animation looks very detailed. You can't tell because the image quality probably isn't very good on your end, because I had to downgrade the graphics quality in order for it to actually record without any lag. But I just take my word for it. It is very good. It looks very good. This lava that drops is very ominous. I was actually very surprised by the very beginning of this trailer. I did not expect them to show Bowser first. I expected this to be like a full-blown trailer with like millisecond clips showing everywhere. And I kind of expected it to be more story-heavy. Not that this isn't story-heavy already. This tells a lot about the story. But I don't know. It's just not what I expected. But I still loved it. And we're gonna get a regular trailer, you know, the full trailer eventually. So, no worries about that. I think it was very smart world building of them to have the penguins live in the ice. Well, we knew they already lived in the Ice Kingdom, but like have their own like civilization, their own castle sort of palace place. Bowser seems to be coming to attack them with a full-blown island. Man, this is huge. This is colossal. Look at the comparison. Look at the size of this island. It's ginormous. And again, the detail is once again very good. It looks very, evil. I'm excited to see how they utilize this in other ways throughout the movie. Kamek sounds very good. I forgot to take a look at the cast list before I started analyzing this, but I really like his voice. I didn't really have high expectations for the voices in this movie at first, because right off the bat I knew that Chris Pratt was going to be the voice of Mario, and I was like, oh no. Which, by the way, he doesn't sound too bad. He actually sounds better than I expected, but we'll get into that later. But anyway, Kamek sounds very good. He seems to be playing a big role in this movie as Bowser's right-hand man. All these Koopas, again, look very realistic, and you can't tell that because the graphics quality is kind of low. But they look very realistic. They look different, of course, because they're in the movie, and they have to look a little different from the games. And I'm glad they did that. I'm very glad this movie is being made now and not like 10 or so years ago, because they would have ripped the models straight from the games, and that would have not been fun. This is a different approach to the Koopa army that we've ever seen. This is the most interesting thing we've seen from the Koopa army. Typically, they're just like roaming around, and they harm you with their shells. This really shows how powerful Bowser is. Like this is like next level. This is like next level domination right here. I really love this. And then of course we see the monster himself, Bowser, coming out of this fiery island. Looks very epic. We got this overhead view of the army again, just showing how much power Bowser really has, and he is really in conquest mode. Nothing's gonna stop him. This was funny, how this one guy is just like, yep, this is completely normal, and then this Koopa is like extremely frightened. It's kind of hilarious. They have polar opposite attitudes here. Bowser, I was actually kind of scared when they announced that Jack Black was gonna voice him at first, but he actually sounds better than I expected, in terms of the voice tone. I was a little underwhelmed when he first spoke. I thought it was gonna be like loud and gravelly. I thought I was gonna have a jump scare like Toad did with me, but no. I guess they asked Jack Black to tone it down a little bit, but I'm fine with that. Not everything can be perfect. And once again, Bowser, his scales look very realistic. It looks very cool. I love this new design of Bowser. Bowser just looks the best he ever has. They seem like they're trying to incorporate Jack Black's like facial features as he talks with Bowser, and he has a lot more expression now, much more expression than he ever has in the games, and I like that a lot. The I do not part, I don't know, I don't really know how to feel about that one. It's not like, scary enough. I understand he can't just be like gravelly and loud and ominous the whole time, but I don't know. Just overall, his performance was a little underwhelming, but regardless of my expectations, he did sound very good. Penguins look very cool. This is an interesting take on their civilization, how there's like a king, a leader of all the penguins, how they live in this ice palace. Again, it's very interesting. At first, I thought they were going to attack Mario when I first saw this. But then again, that probably would have been a Mushroom Kingdom, which would definitely make a lot more sense. But I was surprised to see the penguins here. Like I said before, this is some very smart world building they're doing here. This part was really funny where they were like attacking Bowser. Hold on. And it was like he was like completely unfazed. I don't even understand how they even thought they were gonna have a chance. This is a very puny attempt at a defense attack. This part I was not expecting. Well, hold on. Where they actually hit one of the Koopas. Here, let me back up a little bit. That was actually pretty funny. When he's like, "This is only a taste of our fury," I laughed so hard. On the inside, at least. I don't know if I actually did laugh on the outside. You know, you're going up against Bowser. It's like they really don't know what they're up against, and it's so hilarious how blind they are to what they're fighting. I like the penguin's voice. I don't know who the voice actor is, but interesting take on the penguins overall. I like it a lot. And then his serious face where he's like, "Do you yield?" That was really funny. And then Bowser just laughs and he's like, "I do not." That's like a classic villain line right there. That's like exactly what a villain would say. And then Kamek uses her wizardry, you know, moves the penguins off to the side. The purple glow, you can't really tell because the graphics quality is kind of low, but the purple glow usually in the games where there's like all the different shapes in the purple glow for magic, or his, I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's her. I'm just gonna say her from now on. Usually has like geometric shapes in it, and that seems to be what they're doing here, which is really cool. They get flung off to the sides. You know, the Koopas are pinning them down with spears. This is actually kind of not violent, but I can't find the word for it. I can't find exactly the word for it, but maybe like darker or more brutal. I think that's what I'm looking for. This is much more brutal than your typical Koopa army. Actually, well, not even your typical Koopa army. There's like never a Koopa army, an army of Koopas. There's just like Koopas, you know. But this is like I said earlier, they're taking this to another level, and I like it a lot. That it makes the Koopas a lot more threatening, because they're you know, the Koopas are severely undermined in the games because you just gotta jump on them twice and you know they're gone. But this brings a lot more authority to the Koopas that we haven't seen in a long time. And then of course Bowser burns the whole place down. The fire looks really good. This was an epic shot right here of him just like demolishing the place. I feel sad for the penguins though, but like this is epic. Like this is just like so cool how the smoke covers the whole screen, and then you see Bowser here with the power star. You see Bowser here with the power star. He says, "I finally found it." Usually in Mario games, there's multiple power stars. So maybe in the movies, they're trying to make it seem like there's only one, and that really powerful one is Bowser's like source of power he's going to use to become really powerful and like take over the world and whatever. So I'm interested to see what role the power star or power stars maybe are going to play in this movie. So that shot we get of him laughing is perfect. I don't know if I could be able to get... Yeah, right there. That just looks... He's just... Bowser's just absolutely diabolical. And they take that to another extreme in this trailer. And it's very epic. So then we cut to Mario being flung out of the mushroom. Or, I mean, not out of the mushroom. The tube. Warp pipe. Jeez, I don't know my Mario terms. The mushrooms look very realistic. Like, they look so clear to the point where I can almost, like, feel how the mushrooms would feel to my fingers. Like, if I'm able to feel the mushrooms, that's an accomplishment. Illumination has outdone themselves. I know this movie is unfortunately going to be 24 FPS, unless they can fix it somehow, but actually it didn't really bother me. I didn't really notice it. I like it. And then, you know, we get a few more shots of mushrooms and Mario. He's like, he doesn't know where he is. And that's another point of contention I want to bring up. Because Mario doesn't know where he is, I think they seem to be going for an origin story type of deal. Because originally, if you don't know, Mario was a plumber in New York City, I believe, and he was cleaning a pipe one day, and then he got sucked into a tube that sent him to the Mushroom Kingdom. So, and that's where the whole thing started. Of course, the original games aren't going to tell you that, because they couldn't. They were 8-bit games, but that's how the lore goes. So because Mario doesn't know where he is, that gives me the impression they're going for the origin story sort of thing. Unlike, or as opposed to having Bowser and Mario already be enemies, which would kind of be boring. So it's going to be interesting to see how Mario and Bowser meet. And then the moment comes. We finally hear his voice. And like I said before, he actually doesn't sound that bad. He sounds like Chris Pratt with an Italian accent. I think people, they're just not, they just don't want to accept Chris Pratt for some reason. And I'm not saying he's perfect. He's far from it. But it sounds okay. I can tolerate this. If there's some way they can ask him to do it a little differently, maybe a little more Mario-ish, that would be great. But if not, I'll be fine with it. Just like how Bowser sounds good, but there are some parts where he sounds, like so-so. But that's what you get in the movie. That's how it goes. Toad actually completely scared the bejesus out of me here. He's like, "Don't touch that mushroom, you die!" Like, I was scared out of my wits there for a second. Toad sounds very good with Keegan-Michael Key's voice. I like it a lot. That one sounds perfect. Like, Kamek, those are the two voices right now that sound perfect. And the Penguin. But he didn't really have a voice originally, so I can't really say that there was any doubt there. But yeah, very good. And Toad's design also looks very good. Very high quality. He has more textures on his face. Not textures, but detail. That's what I'm looking for. This reference he said when he said, "Don't touch the mushroom, you die." For any of you non-Mario fanners, he didn't say that because he's like some guardian of the mushrooms or anything. In the games, usually when you get a blue mushroom, I believe you turn small, which can be an advantage, but yeah, that's actually kind of a helpful thing when you want to get into tight spots. So I don't know. There has to be some movie lore reason for him saying it's dangerous. But anyway, overall, that scene was really funny. It scared me. But he seems to love his mushrooms, so I like that. It's cute. His backpack looks cool. That's new. I never seen Toad have a backpack before, so that's really cool. And yeah, this mushroom landscape looks incredible, like I said before. And if you look close, you can actually see some of the Chi-Chi. I think it's what they're called. I'm so sorry if I got that wrong, but yeah, they're swimming in the river. And yeah, this is one of my favorite shots in the whole trailer. It looks really good. You can see the white stuff on the mushrooms, those dots. They actually have some relief to them, which adds a lot of texture detail. That's really cool. I'm glad they didn't make the mushrooms like completely straight up. They actually made them look like real mushrooms, like, Mushroom Hill Zone or the Mushroom Planet in Sonic 2. And then, yeah, we get to see the end of the trailer. This shot in particular is what really grabbed my attention. I love the approach they're going for with Mushroom Kingdom here. It looks very, very cool. We've never gotten this wide and this panoramic of a view of the Mushroom Kingdom before. It looks really cool. It's not what I expected the Mushroom Kingdom to look like, and that's a good thing. They've done something really new and different with it that I like a lot. Once again, I gotta give props to the mushrooms. They look really cool. The floating islands everywhere. That's also really cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they'll do with Mario's world. It's looking very good right now. We get to hear a little more of Chris Pratt's voice again, and you know what? That actually didn't bother me either that much. I would definitely have to hear more of Chris Pratt's voice as Mario for me to make a good statement on whether I think it's bad or not. But yeah, it's tolerable. It's good. It's not terrible. And then we get to see the logo. Really cool. And then, I thought the trailer was going to end right here. They showed the cast a little bit. Let me see if I get the full cast list without showing Luigi. There they go. Okay, so Chris Pratt's obviously Mario. I believe Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be Princess Peach. Charlie Day is Luigi. Jack Black is Bowser. Keegan-Michael Key is Bowser. Seth Rogen is confirmed to be Donkey Kong, even though he wasn't shown in this trailer. Fred Armisen, I'm not 100% sure who he plays. Sebastian Maniscalco, sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm not sure who he is. Charles Martinet is actually the original Mario voice. He's gonna be doing like the Yahoo! Whippy! And stuff like that. I'm glad to see he's still playing some role in this movie. Personally, I think they could have just had Charles Martinet tone down the voice pitch a little bit. But, that's how it goes. Kevin Michael Richardson, I'm not 100% sure who he plays, but yeah, and then we get to see, we get to see Luigi. He's being chased by a bunch of dry bones. The trees look very Luigi's Mansion-esque in their style. It looks very spooky. I don't know why he's well, actually we do know why he's being chased. The dry bones are always out to get Mario and Luigi. I'm surprised that Mario and Luigi weren't shown together in this trailer. That's the one thing that confused me. And also of how little we saw of Luigi. That was also kind of weird. But this castle they're showing here looks really cool. I like it. He's jumping over lava. So this looks like a classic Bowser level where the final world is like some sort of lava place. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this location is gonna play into the movie. Let me see if I can get that quick millisecond shot of the. There we go. Yeah, see this castle here? It looks like the small castles you would find in the Mario games. So overall, this looks really cool. I like what they're doing with the dry bones with Luigi, and we get to hear a little bit of Luigi's voice as Charlie Day. He kind of like yells. Out of being scared, and then he tries to keep them behind the door. I like it. I like what they're doing with Luigi. I like what they showed with Luigi, because it's allowing us to ask a lot more questions and make us more curious. And yeah, we have a release date now, April 7th for this movie. So, I'm gonna be sure to see that in theaters, and once I do, I'll give you my full review of the game. I mean, movie, jeez. I'm so used to saying game because, Mario's never been in a movie before. Unless you count the cheesy 1993 one, but anyway, yeah, the trailer comes to a close. So, yeah, overall, I'm very excited for this movie. In the Nintendo Direct, they said they were going to incorporate classic Mario themes into the score. Which is something I'm very excited to hear, and that's an advantage, actually, they had over the Sonic movies, because the Sonic movies didn't include any classic jingles or anything like that into the score, unless you count the orchestral Sega jingle at the very beginning of the movie, but, that doesn't really count. So I'm excited to listen for those classic songs in the movie when I pay attention to the soundtrack like I always do, because I'm a musician. That's what I do. Anyway, enough of my ranting. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm really excited for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. That's the official title now. And, yeah, I hope you guys are excited, because I sure am. I have like I said in my previous video, I have a big Sonic Frontiers video that I'm working on that I plan to release before October 17th. So just stay tuned for that, alright? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.